Wow, look at all the mess. Welcome back to that thing that I film myself in and then I put on the internet and people judge me thing. Welcome back. And here's our top comment from last video. I try and put these here to encourage you to comment and subscribe to the channel because it just helps out. I end up getting more Dash 10 bungs, a wideband from Tokyo's car I stole. We got our U-joint and a battery. And today is like kind of the last day we have before we have to test out the car. So we really have to thrash on it, and it's already like 11 o'clock because I had to go run around and get those things. Dan's gonna come over here after he eats breakfast, get our two cans mounted that we made last video, and then we'll start from there, I guess. This might be tricky to get in here. I'm gonna have to take our charge pipe and have to get this one in. But it's better to do it right than not do it at all, because doing it half-assed is basically half-assed. Now I bet you'll slip in real nice. Maybe. I'm gonna light again. Nope, you work. Oh yeah, someone told me I can just pull on this. Oh, and then it unscrews. That makes more sense now. I just gotta find an M6 bolt. Because I used them all. Boom, coolant overflow, done. I put another bung in this catch can for our trans overflow, but I accidentally put a quarter instead of an eighth. So I'm gonna have to take this quarter, drill it out, tap it for an eighth, so we can put a push lock line on the top of it as well. But the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab the valve covers here, I'm gonna pull those off, and I'm gonna put some bungs in those. I'm trying to drill them in a position where it won't interfere with the pipe on the top, but I also want to try and be able to just weld it on the inside so it just has a clean look on the outside. It's not like a big weld on the outside here. Did put that on the wrong spot though. Shit. I looked at it here, and then I didn't look at it here. That might hit the charge piping. Well, I think we're kind of committed to that hole now. What I'll do is I'll just try and, instead of weld this flat, I'll just try and tip it at a little bit of an angle. See if that works. If it doesn't work, we're foobarred. Well, that's pretty close. I think we got a little bit lucky there. The only thing is we won't be able to take that breather hose off while the charge pipe is on. We might be able to put a little bit of a kink in that breather hose as well to move it a little bit away. In worst case, we'll just get a 90-degree adapter fitting right here because they're real shallow, and then just put a straight fitting on it. All right, there's our valve cover bungs in. We put them in the bung holes. Dan's gonna build some lines for us now. You'll notice that our headers actually got some nice gold color into them after starting it up for the first time. It actually looks pretty good. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna get our drive shaft. I'm gonna put the new U-joint on it and the yoke just to make sure that all works. I was gonna do the trans cooler, but the trans cooler we know is gonna work. So we might as well do the U-joint in case there's an issue with the U-joint, then we can tackle that before getting into the trans cooler. Friggin' professional Wayne out here looking for false knock.
You. Listen, I'd rather have the worst problem in the world that's easy to diagnose versus a little rattle.
This truck is pretty unsuspecting. It's single cab short box, 2-wheel drive, and it's got a Whipple on it, or a VMP blower.
Odin.
Odin. But VMP makes it, don't they?
Yeah, Magnuson, but VMP's model, yeah.
It's an Odin blower. One of the first ones for a Ford, isn't it?
Number 7.
Number 7.
Slightly large.
That's why he's got false knock. It's in the blower.
Definitely the blower.
So, drive shaft is in. It's like slightly a little bit long, but we put the car all the way down and all the way up, and it does not jam itself into the trans, so I think we're gonna be okay. Dan finished our catch can here. As you can see, both lines, one there, one over here. It's kind of close to the thing, but it's not touching. A little bit of air gap. We're doing things on a priority level here, so next is the trans cooler. I'm gonna get some angle iron. I'm gonna put it this way, and then I'll weld something across the top here so we can bolt it to these two bolts right here that are already on the thing, and it'll just hang down a little bit lower than the fuel tank right there. And that's kind of how we're gonna have to do it right now. We still put wiring off. I still need to wire in the trans brake, boost solenoids, the fuel pump, Like, still a couple things to wire in. Keep hustling. Can use some angle iron here. Make it 8 inches long. Cut 2 pieces. Keep fabricating, keep moving. Anyways, Dan, a little bit of time since the update. Boosted Lifestyle shirt.
Oh yeah.
Boostedlifestyle.shop. Working on our boost controls. You have 2 Mac valves. One lets the CO2 into the top side of the dome. The other one bleeds it off. So this goes to the dome side, and then you just do it normal to the bottom side from boost pressure. But this allows you to run like a 4 PSI base spring, and then just CO2 on the top of the dome. I'm over here building a couple little brackets for our transmission mount. They're not perfect by any means. It's just supposed to be quick little brackets that I can just toss on and hopefully make it work. So here's where our transcooler ended up. It's not perfectly straight in the car. I intended it to bolt to the bolt over here, and then it would have been straight, but it just worked on there, and I didn't want to fab up any more stuff, so that's where it's going. Got to put the lines up, and then that's it for that. And then it's mainly a lot of wiring. And you'd think I'd do wiring first, because if we get to the track and we have a wiring issue, it's going to be stupid. But it's the way she goes sometimes. Sometimes she goes, sometimes she doesn't. This time she's gonna maybe go, maybe.
Lost all the liquor money, boys.
What?
It's the way she goes.
That's the way she goes?
That's right. It's the way she goes. Sometimes she goes, sometimes it doesn't. She didn't go. It's the way she goes.
Remember that one time the kitty was all like, "I won't put me in my videos." What are you doing? Making OnlyFans content?
No.
I thought so.
House. That's why I look like shit.
But you brought pizza, so it's okay. Push locked into my, get it? Because it rhymes. We're doing push lock line to our 2 Mac valves down here. They have to go to the top and bottom ports of the domes. Dan's got fittings and everything. You took the springs out of both gates.
Oh, there.
Yep, all the springs are out, so we're just running like a 5-pound spring in the gate now, or it might be 8-pound, whatever. It's not a lot. I put the shifter in. The shifter's in and tight. We just put it here for now. I want to build it up higher, but because of the time restraints, it's just going to go right there for now. I'm going to have to start wiring things in, so I got my trusty little multimeter that I bought from Canadian Tire 11 years ago for 10 bucks, and it still works. I spent more in 9-volt batteries putting in this thing than the thing cost itself. Logics. I'm pretty sure we didn't film for the last 4 hours or so. It starts up every time, except for sometimes it doesn't start with a button inside.
60% of the time, it works every time.
But then we started it from the outside and it started. So I don't know if the battery's just too low or what. All our dome boost control setup is done. Our wastegates are made on both sides. They just exit here. I tried to keep it in the center of the car in case something blows up. It's not going to put it underneath the tires. As you can see, it's all push lock line. And then the dome is all wired up down here. And the dome sensor is right there. I'm wiring up fans and water pump right now. I need some ground wire. I don't have it here today. And then that's it for wiring. We can put our charge pipe back on, figure out how we're going to mount our bumper, make a throttle cable bracket, and I think that is it.
That's all I can think of.
Yeah, and our trans brake is being a little funky. We need a fitting for right here for the trans as well. The charge pipe on the throttle body. You have some here, but
I want one. I want one bigger.
okay.
I want a 4.5 or something.
Yeah, that is kind of cockeyed, isn't it?
It's not strong enough. It's
Yeah, we'll get another one for here tomorrow as well. So a little bit of parts run, and then it should be good for its maiden voyage. Although it's supposed to rain also. But yeah, look at our list. It's all crossed off. The whole thing. No scavenge pump, and then the rest that we had here, except for fans and water pump. That's it.
which you just need ground wire for.
But it's currently, I don't know what time it is, to be honest. It's probably like 9 something.
9 o'clock on the
9 o'clock on the dot. And we've been out here since 10 o'clock. Something like that. Okay, a little bit late getting out in the garage today. We did do a dump run for the house and the garage a little bit. And it is raining, so even if we do get the car done, it's raining out. Also, Virginia and I were over at my other place. My renters moved out of my place with the bigger garage, so we might end up moving to the other house. The garage is bigger to be better for our two built over the winter. We're just thinking about growing the channel here, so it might help to move to the other place, and the other place is slightly bigger. We also got a package to my PO box, and I'm not, it says lighting on it, but huge shout out to, I don't want to show any details on the package just in case it shows anything he doesn't want shown, but it's from Jesse Koslick. So I really appreciate it, and we're gonna see what you sent. Oh, it's an LED light. I wonder if these just replace the ones that are up here. I don't have a ladder in here, so I can't put them in right now. And the car is kind of priority, but maybe next video we'll put those in. I really appreciate it, man. Like I said, anybody can send anything to our PO box. It's in the link down below. I like Red Bull. Just throwing that out there. All right, time to test this out now. We did wire up both our water pump and our fans. It's got to get tied up like down here and out of the way. It'll look okay. I just grounded it here for now. That's the closest place I could get to. Just to test it out. Put the camera like in a neutral position here. That's water pump and then fans. Perfect. That's everything we need for the track wired in now, just to tidy up a little bit and build our throttle cables next. Just gonna use it. Oh, Dan showed up, can't explain it. Oop, there he is.
It's not drag tire weather.
No, it's not. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna build this little plate at an angle here, pointing up. I'm gonna weld a nut to that plate, and then our piece here is just going to screw into it, and then our cable should go onto our throttle body. It's going to be that friggin' simple. Quick and simple today. Just like me. Take this for a second.
What are you doing?
I can't be the only one who does this, so I got to get reconfirmation that the Phillips screwdriver makes a great center punch
Okay.
for holes. So just like whippity
I
whap.
hope this is centered because you definitely have the screen pointed towards you and I don't.
Yeah, you can point it towards you, I guess.
Sweet. What is that bad on?
But that centered, and then now I can use this because this is the distance between the bolt holes. Scribe a mark in it.
Like the things we used to use in school with the pointy.
Yeah, those little protractor style things.
Yeah.
And now we'll get our angle that we want on the thing. So it's down right where that rust spot is, it looks
Back
like.
and to the left.
Down here. And we'll whap another friggin' hole with our pointy screwdriver. Damn. Now we just gotta drill them out. That is everything off the list except Dan still has to put my harnesses in.
Working on it. Harness. Singular.
That's everything. This is our final product. We do have to build something for the bumper, perhaps. Maybe. It's kind of sketchy holding up there by itself.
Window hold it there.
We replaced the battery with a different battery here. Obviously, it's too wet outside to do any testing. Now our starter works from the inside. Turn the key off. Battery's fully charged, that's for sure. Okay, so fuel pump. Stuck in.
exhaust pipe shifted.
Did it?
Yeah. I seen it shift when you were
Bang bang.
really revving it up there.
I wish I had you on camera for that part. I know the wastegate's open because the paper that was near the right front
Yeah, we hit
blew away.
6.7 pounds of boost. It gets onto the converter pretty fucking fast, I think.
It's the converter. Quick.
Where's the CO2 can? What? There's no valves in it. Daddy Cowwood.
No bump?
No bump. So, I mean, if it's only the bump we don't have, we'll just stage deep. And it'll get on the converter by the time.
That was fast on the converter,
Yeah.
so it's not nearly as big of an issue.
From here to when I whack it full throttle, it must be down here. It looks like it skipped a little bit in the, but I whack it full throttle at 168, 166 to 168. 2 seconds to get on the converter up to 4,300 RPM.
2 seconds?
Yep, 2 seconds. And made 4 pounds of boost on the converter there. So, yep. So we'll probably up that, and then once you get CO2 pressure on there, it'll help some more too. So that's that. We need to bolt the seat down, put CO2 to it, and I got to run a wire from the starter here up to the front or something. Get some slow-mo shots of you wiping it down.
Whoa.
Whip your titties out, get some OnlyFans content at the same time.
Yeah. Look at the weather outside. I ain't getting in a bikini here. Come on.
Come on. Be real, Kyle.
Come
Real.
on.
Come on.
Come on. Be real. It's not happening.
Dang. Thanks for helping me wash it, by the way. And huge shout out to Dan for helping me build it.
No problem. I like loud things.
Pretty much there. We'll bring like a whole bunch of shit to the track with us, like wires, everything. Look at the difference. Like how dirty it was.
Well, and this is like a wax soap or whatever. So, and it's hot water. So
Ooh.
hopefully.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Looks like you getting a blowjob.
All right. Yes.
Well, that's it, boys. It's officially done. I have to give a huge shout out to everyone who bought merch, the shirts, hats. It really helps out with the build. Everything that I make from that goes back into the build to keep the content rolling. It looks incredible. I got to thank Virginia for washing it for me. Looks great. She sponsored it. Their OnlyFans. Got a red top in there. We got the battery charger. I've got to start loading up stuff that we're gonna need for the truck. I actually have to go to the other garage. We'll get the generator and whatever else we need from over there. But yeah, it's been a long road. It's been a long process. I'm glad you guys stuck with. Anyways, it's been a lot of late nights and a lot of progress has been made in a short amount of time. I can't remember the exact date when I bought this car, but it's got to be less than 2 months, which was a way faster build than a blue one. The blue one took 2 years. This one, 2 months. I didn't get it tested out with the CO2, but we're going to test it at the track. We're going to try and start just on gate pressure, see how fast it goes. Keep creeping up from there. That way we can work on our tune the whole way through. Maybe add some more power on the launch and it should be great. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Peace easy and get that V.